Welcome, everybody. It's Tuesday. Hanging out with my boy, Ron Stone. We call this Outlawed with Ron Stone. Our goal every Tuesday, normally at 7 p.m., but I had my daughter's 8th grade graduation tonight, which was a mass. Then we went to graduation. So I prayed for Ron and all of his friends, and I prayed for good weather in Ravenna, Nebraska. But welcome, everybody. The plan for Ron and I is every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. to recap the previous weekend in the outlaw truck and tractor pulling world, and then talk about the upcoming week as well. So it's Tim McKeown, right? Am I saying his name right, Ron?
I believe it's McKeown, I think.
McKeown, okay.
We'll ask him when we get him on here, make sure.
Sounds good.
Pretty sure it's McKeown is how we pronounce that. So
you got me all excited, Ron. We went to Butte, and now we got a couple weeks off. So I've been having to just scour Facebook and watching other things. So we need Ravenna to get here.
Yeah, how's the remedy coming along, by the way?
We'll talk about that later. Ravenna is going to be a long shot, and my rims were in the Kaiser fire. So,
oh no.
Yeah, I talked to Taylor today. I kind of figured they were, but Taylor said it's not. I mean, it's bad, but it sounds like a lot of the pieces they had for rims were in a different building, and they didn't go up in flames, if you will. So.
Yeah,
that's the least of my worries. I worry about Wade and his family and all of his staff there at Kaiser Wheels. So. But Ravenna is one of the ones that I've always heard about on the outlaw circuit. Ron, I've never been there. I gotta try to get out there and see what I can do. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna have a tractor out there, but I still need to come out and hang out and check it out. Is there a certain group behind Ravenna at all, Ron, or what do you know about the event?
Well, I know that Tim and the Barents are part of that group out there, and I've never been to Ravenna myself, to be honest with you. Last year was my first full year with the Outlaws. Of course, last year was the pandemic year, so Ravenna got canceled in 2020. So this will actually be my first year at the Ravenna Pull. It's part of a festival, I know that, called the Anavar Festival. Interesting. Maybe Tim can tell us a little bit about that as well. Anavar is simply Ravenna spelled backwards. Sure, there's some history behind that. So, but it looks like the tractor pull kicks off the Anavar Festival in 2021. And once we get Tim on here, he'll give us the skinny on everything that's going on out in Ravenna.
Did you send him the new link then?
I did.
Okay. So James says, are you just talking or showing pulls? We're talking, baby, James. I mean, if you want to go watch videos, go to YouTube, okay? Or go to the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Facebook page. There's plenty of videos on there. And then Summer Brown says it is so fun. So I like to hear that. So I'm telling you, Ron, people are itching to do stuff. I'm excited for the season to get started. So
yeah, we're gonna kick it off with a bang in Ravenna here. The Butte show. We got that show in, and we talked about it last week. Got one night in, got half of it in, but they had a pretty decent crowd there, even with the threat of rain. But yeah, hopefully we're going to get both nights in here at Ravenna. And big show, 9 classes out there in Ravenna, and there's some other organizations involved as well. So it is a really big show in Ravenna, and I've heard some pretty good numbers of some pullers that are showing up. And I think it's going to be a big show out there.
I got some video from outlawpulling.tv or fullpull.tv from 2018. I'll probably play a little bit later on. So
we were out in Ravenna in 18, covering that event.
Looks like it was June 15th. So
yeah, Nate went out there. I wasn't with him. He did a solo.
Okay.
Without me. So
no, that sounds good. Yeah, I apologize, everybody, for running a little bit late, but daughter's graduation is going to win every time, and that's just how it goes. So I don't think anybody's life's going to be ruined now we're running a little bit late. So Billy Joe Rockavec Breham, holy last name, Billy Joe, and I hope I didn't butcher that too much. That's like, and Ron's a professional announcer. I just pretend to be one when somebody's really hard up. But one of the things from region to region, Ron, butchering the last name, that's
man.
Your sponsors, and I feel bad for sponsors sometimes because it's pronounced like this in Wisconsin, but in Missouri it's pronounced like this, or different things like that. So
yeah, announcing in Nebraska can be somewhat of a challenge with some of the silent consonants up there. So it's always a good idea to talk to the pullers and get the correct pronunciation of their last names. before you
Okay, so Josh Mazer and Derek Brown, there must be the big skinny guys that Dave Nelson put on Facebook. Are those your four-wheel drive truck guys that are down there?
Yeah, Mazur's a modified four-wheel drive guy. Derek Brown is a pro stock four-wheel drive guy.
Okay,
of course,
so
he was 2020
let me find that picture. If we can't have fun on the outlaw, we're outlawed with Ron Stone. I mean, so as long as we behave somewhat, right? So.
Yeah, I saw that picture. Where the heck were they at there? Obviously a beach somewhere, but.
Well, I think some are saying Gulf Shores. So.
Oh, Gulf Shores, Alabama. Okay.
I'm going to bring that up here in a second. We'll have a little bit of fun with those guys. So.
Yeah, and I'm trying to pull that up myself.
There they are. Beautiful, beautiful boys.
Oh, man. Look at those dad bods.
Yep, that's and I can't say a damn word because I wouldn't even take my shirt off. That's all I'm
saying. Guilty.
It is all good. It is all good. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing if they're down there. Ron, while we're waiting for Tim, I'm going to bring up I'm going to go to outlawpulling.com, and I can also go to get my Outlaw app. If you haven't done it yet, please download the Outlaw app. It is awesome. It's free. And it's got a schedule. It's got results. I know they're working on points as well. I saw some Facebook messages about that. People were already like, hey, get those points up there. So
I'm reaching out to Tim now to see if he's using the new link or if he's trying to use the old one.
Yeah, so when I schedule them like that, Ron, I have to go live within 10 minutes of the show. And that's on me. Whole lot of love.
Yeah.
Will Mans. Whole lot of love.
We got Adam Wilmus, the Hog Wild Pro Stock four-wheel drive puller there. Josh Mazier, Unfinished Business mod puller. And, of course, the 2020 points champ, Derek Brown there with the Holland Grass Chevy. So, all
I saw some of the comments on Facebook, Ron. They're like, where's Charlie Miller? And they're like, he only goes to Vegas. So I thought that was funny. And Derek says, sexy dad bods, laugh out loud. So. Hey, if you can't make fun of yourself, it isn't worth it. You know what I mean? So.
Well, Tim said he's clicked on the new link.
I don't see him yet. He'd be popping up on my display board down here. And again, I feel bad for this, but I'm sorry. So.
All right, I'm chatting with Tim here.
Okay, you keep chatting. I'm gonna find some video to play for a little bit. I'm going to go to outlawpulling.tv. I'm going to log in. There he is. Tim!
Yeah.
We made it. I'm sorry. 8th grade graduation. I did not want to get divorced tonight, especially right before pulling season. So.
Okay.
Welcome to Outlawed with Ron Stone. Tim, our goal every Tuesday night is to recap the previous weekend and talk to our promoters for upcoming events. You're next on the schedule, Tim. I want to know the history of Ravenna. I've heard great things about it. I haven't been out there yet, but kind of take over, bud.
Well, Ravenna has always been a tractor pulling community. We're back when I was even a kid back in the 60s and 70s. Guys would just bring their farm tractors in and pull. I remember when I was probably 13, 14 years old, I drove our 730 tractor into town just to pull because Dad let us do it. My uncle always pulled a 40-20 and always had a big old cigar in his mouth, and even some guys back in the days, there's about 8 of them built a 460 and they pulled with that over the years. And of course it's growing really strong. We had the bush pullers for a while. I'm sure you heard of the Barons and the Pasotas.
Yeah, I've heard of those guys.
Yeah, they're been at it a long time. And I know when they were bush pullers, we had pulls in Ravenna. And then for quite a few years, about I'd say 10 years in there in the 80s, nothing was become of it anymore. So I'd say back in early 90s, we brought it back into Ravenna. And we brought in the Outlaws, and it's been a good fit for us.
That's good to hear. That is great to hear. What Ron and I were talking a little bit, Tim, I apologize again for running late and I had to send you a new link. What group is this part of, like a bigger celebration, or is there a standalone event at all?
Well, this year it's going to be a stand event alone this year. The Chamber of Commerce with trying to find help for one weekend for everything going on. It's too much. So this year we decided to, Arlington was really gracious about switching with us. So we moved to the 11th and 12th for we can get more people to help us with the poll, you know. And then the community on Father's Day weekend will have their own celebrations. So we're going to be kind of a standalone this year, but I don't think that's going to hurt our attendance at all.
Yeah, I did notice just kind of peeking around on the website there for the city of Ravenna, they are kind of listing you as part of, or basically a kickoff event for the Anavar Festival.
Yes, that is the weekend before Anavar. Yeah, we will be kicking it off for them.
And I'm just kind of curious myself, but the Anavar Festival, tell us about how that came about, the reverse spelling of Ravenna and all.
Yeah, it's Ravenna spelled backwards. It's actually, this celebration's been probably going on for over 100 years. And then nowadays they bring a carnival in, and they close Main Street for basically 3 days. And they have a carnival ride. And of course, we have a float parade down that Saturday. And of course, we have a demolition derby on that weekend. And then I know on Friday night they got bull riding, and of course they got a lot of other activities going on too during that time. So it's a big thing for our community. It's kind of a homecoming. A lot of people come back for that weekend.
A couple of busy weekends for you. Just want to highlight some of the outlaw classes that we have coming, Tim, and you could fill us in on the other organizations you have coming and what classes you have. But with the outlaws, I know we're running the Pro Stock 4-wheel drives, the light Super Stock tractors, limited Pro Stock, light limited Pro Stock, Super Farm, modified tractors, 7,400-pound mods, Super Mod 2-wheel drives, unlimited Super Stocks, and Pro Stock tractors. 9 classes there with the outlaws. What other organizations you have coming?
Well, the state organization will be there. I'll be honest with you, that organization isn't as strong as it used to be. I think a lot of other places went to different organizations. There's one out in western part of the state that's really strong, and that's kind of taken over for them. Of course, bush pullers in the eastern part of the state are really strong. So we kind of do it. Most of the people that pull for the Nebraska, they're mostly local people. So we just kind of let them join in, I guess.
Okay. What time the gates open there each day? I know the Friday night starts at 7, Saturday is at 5, correct?
Right. We'll open the gates 2 hours ahead of time.
Okay.
So it'll be 5 and 3. So,
gotcha.
Of course, we have concessions on the stand. Or, we always have the youth. We always ask the youth of Ravenna they're always looking for proceeds to help them with projects during the year, and that's who runs our concession stands for us. So, try to make it a community event.
Gotcha. 2 tracks. What kind of capacity do you have there for seating?
We probably can hold up to 3,000 people, if not more.
Okay. What you ever had that many there at Ravenna?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've had that many there. I think it'll help us getting off Father's Day weekend this year. There's so many other communities in central Nebraska that have something going on, So right. I'm hoping that week early will help our attendance a lot more.
Gotcha. This will be my first time coming out to Ravenna. Last year, of course, I would have been out there last year, but COVID kind of did a number on us in 2020. Anything interesting about Ravenna? Anything unique to Ravenna that we won't see at any other outlaw pull?
I don't know. I don't make to a lot of outlaw other pulls, but I don't know. We feel like we run a really good smooth pull. We try to hurry things along. We just try to be real professional about the situation and try to make everybody feel welcome. That's our biggest deal with our group of guys in our organization.
How big is Ravenna? What's the population of Ravenna, Nebraska?
We're between 12 and 1,300 people.
So you expect a lot of people from out of town, obviously.
We get a lot of people from out of town. Yes, we do. I've seen vehicles from South Dakota to Colorado and Wyoming come down for this. So it's huge.
Camping facilities there? Any camping facilities there?
They do have some close by. That's basically first come, first serve. The city of Ravenna owns them, but they do have electricity and water there.
Okay.
And then we have a lake just out east of town, about a mile or so, and there's a lot of camping spots out there too. So
contact the city in regards to camping.
Yep. Talk to the city of Ravenna. Yeah, they can get you in the right direction.
Okay.
So, but getting back to our track, the track is 2, but all the stands and everything that is there, the tractor pullers built all the stands and everything that's there. It's been everything that we have done over the years to improve it, and we're pretty proud of what we've done there.
Awesome. How big a group you working with there that puts on the event?
Well, there's about 50. Well, we used to have about 30 of us, but we're down to about 15 guys. But then the day of the pull, we'll probably grab another 20 guys that just want to help for that weekend. So it works out really good.
Okay. I know Jason was asking me who all is involved there, and I said, I'm pretty sure the Barents are involved, and I know Tim. And could you name a few names there, some folks that we might know that are involved?
Of course, Rick Barent, Bill Barent, and Gary Barent. They're really involved. We've got like Royal Bedke and Mark Standage. They're very, very involved with it all too. So we got a good crew of people there, and of course we got some other guys that really they pitch in during the week to get things going. So it's a good process that we've got, but these last 3-4 weeks it's been crunch time,
Right.
So, but we've always been known to bring rain in too. So, but we always try our darndest to get it going though.
Dave Nelson is asking, what's been your biggest crowd at Ravenna?
Oh gosh, I don't know what to tell you for sure there. I know we bring other bleachers in too from our ball fields, and I remember one year we had both sides full, but I can't tell you how many years ago it probably was. 10 years ago, I'd say we probably had 3,500 to 4,000 people on a Saturday night.
Okay.
So
it'd be awesome to get there again and do that again in 2021 here.
Well, we hope so. We brought another class in this year. We only usually have 8, but we brought another class in for making 9. We know there's going to be guys still looking for parts, and their tractors aren't going to be together just because what's going on this last year.
I know one of those guys is on here with us, Tim.
Oh, yeah. Tim, it stinks. I've been saying prayers and trying to be good in everything. I promise. So
yeah, I know. It's been at it a long time, so that's why we added another class to bring some more tractors in. We understand the situation, so I know I've talked to Bill. He's been trying to get his tractor going, and I know he's having a hell of a time getting parts for his. I know Gary pulled in Dubuque last week, and that was his first time out, and I hope he stays together, and I hope he has a good year for himself.
Yeah, I think he had a good showing. He made the highlight reel anyway. Had a nice looking pull.
Yeah. So, and he's he likes traveling if he can get it done. So, but anyway, no, we just hope the weather turns out good for us this next weekend.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, you could look at the forecast now, but that's a long ways off. They have trouble predicting, what's going to happen tomorrow or an hour from now, let alone, a couple weeks away.
So we just hope everybody can get there, come watch it all for us and help support it, which we've always had good support with the crowds. So
what kind of sponsorship you have there locally, Tim?
Well, we go out and solicit a lot of our money. Actually all of it. We've got a few seed corn companies will give us, some major money, but I'll be honest with you, we still go around and we hit people up for the $100 and $250s, and they all seem to chip in. And when your purse is up almost pushing $100,000, it takes a lot of 100s and 250s to make that all work.
Right. It does add up. Like I tell promoters, the worst thing that somebody can tell you is no. So it doesn't hurt to ask.
No, and we've always had pretty good luck. So I'll be honest with you, we don't hit our communities very hard. We kind of go with some major sponsors for seed corn companies, chemical companies for the most part, and they've been pretty gracious. Every small community gets hit pretty hard for everything else. And we kind of just leave them alone a little bit because, we need them, but you can't push them that hard either.
If you're just joining us, we're live with Tim, one of the promoters of the Ravenna, Nebraska Outlaw Poll, June 11th and 12th. If you have any questions, please type them into the comments. If you have any comments about the poll, we've had, Ron, I'm watching through the comments while you and Tim are talking. We've had quite a few pollers comment on that. They love going to Ravenna, and it's a great poll and looking forward to it. Tim, from a community standpoint, is the buzz bigger than normal? We kind of feel like we've seen some bigger crowds and just people are excited to get out and do things. Are you guys anticipating that same thing in a few weeks in Ravenna?
I expect the next 2 weekends to have a great following. Everybody's been cooped up. They finally kind of opened everything up, and I think everybody's ready to go out and do something. Just even last weekend, seeing the campers going up and down the road was just unreal.
Yep.
So even the weather was bad out here. It rained all day Sunday, and people were still doing their thing. So I'm expecting good crowds for us.
We are too, right, Ron?
Exactly. Yep. And Tim, how do you pronounce your last name? We were kind of debating this.
McKeown.
Okay.
Yep.
I think I was right, Ron. I'm not right.
Yeah, but I think I was too. Somehow we were both right.
No, it's just it gets chopped up every once in a while, but just a good Irish name, I guess.
There you go.
Tim, how many years have you personally been involved with this event?
Close to 30.
Attaboy. When you're only 35, so that's pretty. You started young.
Yeah. I wish I was 35, but no, I'm not. I'm a little older than that.
Just tell me some of the memories over the years, and it doesn't have to be outlaw related. We know we haven't been there forever, but just from a community standpoint, what are some good things you've done? What are some good memories? What drives you to keep doing this for 30 years? Because I've been doing this for 10 or 12 years, and some days I just want to I'll log off of Facebook and never come back. So,
well, I will tell you, one of the first years we brought this back, we had it rained on us, and we had our track ready to go, but we learned our lesson. You don't work the track up until the day of. I remember we tore that track up, and then we still wanted to pull. So you won't believe it. We pulled on a road down there in that park, and there was a tree around. There's a tree in the way because we just went off the road, pulled on the gravel road, and we had to pull around a tree that time. But there were farm tractors and stuff. They can control that stuff. You don't do that nowadays. But yeah, that was quite a fun. I remember one time we started the pull on I think it was a Saturday night, and this rainstorm come through, and it hailed and it rained, but we continued. We had a bulldozer there, and we had some loaders there. We kept pushing mud all night long, and I think we got finally going like 10 o'clock that night. We pulled till wee hours in the morning. So that's two of our things that I can really remember. And I know some of the Outlaw guys can probably still remember that. So like I said, we always try to go out of our way to make it work.
Yeah, I've never heard of that pulling on a road before. That's
We do that. We do that in
Definitely.
Wisconsin with a lot of blacktop pulling. But
I have seen that. Yeah,
but I have not seen a tree in the road before, and I have a hard time going straight. I can't imagine trying to go 30 mile an hour, pulling 40,000 pounds, 30 mile an hour. Yeah, that'd be different, Tim. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But nobody got hurt. So
it's all
well,
about.
in Dubuque last week, we did have turn one.
Yes, we did.
But, a few of the tractors were about to start to make that turn.
Yes, they were.
I watched some highlights. I didn't get to watch it all. So, but I know didn't it rain really hard there Friday night?
Yes, it was horrible.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
they got it going for Saturday night. So they did a lot of work to get that going.
Oh,
All
Derek,
day long.
they went to town, Derek. All the toters parked out where all the cars normally park, and it was wild. They did a nice job. Luckily, the sun kind of came out during the day, and then about an hour before pull time, nothing on the radar, Tim, but a promoter's worst dream, just started to drizzle for about an hour, and it stopped about 15 minutes after we were supposed to start. So, but still had a good crowd. Ron and I were up there in announcer stand with Leroy Schluter, and that Dubuque, that probably holds 7,000 people, I would guess, Ron. I don't know. That's when it would be packed, but it's huge.
Yeah, it definitely would has a large capacity because it didn't look like much to us from where we were at, but they had 2,500 through the gate, so they actually had a pretty good crowd.
That's good, but if we didn't have a neighbor there let us use his ground to park all the trucks over east of our track, we couldn't make this work at all. We just, with that much equipment, and you'll kind of see what it looks like when you come in. I mean, right now he's got cattle out there, and I told him he has to have them out by the weekend. So, but we couldn't do it without him.
Awesome.
So,
yeah, you appreciate those folks that do that help you out in the community.
Hey, Tim, one of our 4x4 truck pullers says, Derek Brown says, love the hospitality of the community. And speaking of that, if guys and gals get out there a day early or so, what should they do? Are there certain restaurants they should check out, or any places they should check out? What would you recommend locally?
Well, locally, we have they call it our bar downtown. They serve, food. And then we got a little creamery in town. They serve some homemade meals. And then the bad problem is that we got a nice little gal that has a makes cinnamon rolls and stuff by scratch, but she's only open Tuesday through Fridays, not open on Saturdays, which is kind of a bad deal, but she does a great job. But that's about all we have for eating places in town. So we used to have a lot of good eating places, but the railroad in this community used to stop in town and they'd stay overnight, and we had a lot of places to eat, but they don't stop in Ravenna no more. So we lost that contact. So when the railroaders were here, they ate, but now they don't come in. So that kind of hurt our community here about 4 or 5 years ago. But that's what's happened to small communities.
Yeah, the R Bar, I'm reaching out to them to see if we could do a little promotional night before on Thursday night, kind of like what we did in Dubuque there at Seven Hills Brewery. Get some people involved with that and promote the pull a little bit on Thursday night.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, actually, them folks just bought that bar here about a year ago, and they're actually all from Washington State. They just liked the atmosphere, so they bought it, and they run it, and they do a good job.
Awesome.
Well, I think if you can, we had a lot of success with that. You get maybe a couple of trucks and tractors out on display, and it really gets people talking, Tim. And I know Ron's working on that. And if my tractor was running, I would be the one out there on Thursday night. But we'll just kind of see what happens. So,
yeah.
Some of these pro stock four-wheel drive guys that are chiming in might be interested in coming.
I tried getting Derek Brown to come on the show, but he says he's eating right now. So he's eating and watching Tim talk about Ravenna. So
Well, and we try to bring a little bit of everything in. We want some 4-wheel drives, and we want some smoke, and we want a little bit of everything. That's why we do what we do. We still try to promote the guys that got tractors in this town. The Pasotas and the Barons, they all pull some different classes. And like Bill always said, I don't want that my class in Ravenna because that's usually when I do my worst. But that's the way it usually works in your hometown, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
So anyway.
The hometown curse, yeah.
Yep, the hometown curse. So I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, we've done it for a lot of years. So, and we enjoy everybody coming up.
Well, we appreciate it, Tim, because we know how hard it is to promote and all the things behind the scenes. And as a puller, I appreciate you busting your butt, you and all your friends year after year doing this to put an event on for us. And it's really fun to go into a small town, Tim, and double or triple the population for a weekend, and it really creates a lot of buzz, and it kind of reminds us why we do what we do every day, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I've got to get with them. We got a little different direction to get everybody into town this next weekend. We got some construction going on, so I got to let them know that. So, or let somebody know what's going on here. So put that on the Outlaw app, Ron Stone.
What's that?
We need to get that on the Outlaw app.
Yes, sir. We'll have to check that out and see what's happening.
If you want me to, I could just call you tomorrow and let you know what's going on.
Okay. Appreciate that.
Because we're going to have to go through town is what we're going to have to go through now. We have an ethanol plant out on the east end of town, and that's how we always brought everybody in that way because it's so much easier for trucks. But now they're repaving it all because the trucks over the years have tore that road up so bad. Now they're working on it. So, but we'll get them there. So,
good deal. Yeah, keep me posted on that, Tim.
Okay. Yeah, I will. So,
Tim, if you don't have anything else, we're not going to keep you up much later. Again, sorry for running late, but 8th grade graduation called, and I appreciate you sticking it out with me. So.
Oh no, heck, it's no big deal for me. So we got to promote it somehow. It all helps.
I love it. Well, Tim, have a great night. Ron, do you have anything else for Tim?
I don't, Tim. We'll be in touch soon. I'm sure we'll probably talk as soon as tomorrow. So.
Yeah. So I'll call you tomorrow. I know I gotta get with big screen too. With Brian still doing that?
What's that?
Is Brian still doing the big screen?
Oh yeah, Brian Berger.
Okay. Yep. I'll talk to Brian. He's been here for quite a few times. I know Brian. So try to get stuff
set up for your sponsors on there.
So yeah, I put our tonight. I put our poster online on Facebook.
Where'd you put that at, Tim? I want to find that.
Oh, what is that? What is that? God, I can't remember where I put it.
Like pulloff.com or?
No, I put it. What's that? Yeah, it's under Facebook. What is that? They call it a beer, whatever.
I can find that.
It's something beer, some pulling team.
Beer money pulling team.
What's that?
I can find that.
Beer money.
Find that. I've heard of that, guys.
So I put that underneath there. Then my Facebook has been on fire ever since I put it on there tonight.
Jason, I gotta make Jason feel pretty good.
So yeah, I guess they're helping. We're promoting each other's, I guess. So, but yeah, try to get it as much out there as we can.
We will. That's what we do.
So,
right.
we hope we have a turnout. That's what it's all about. So,
well,
perfect.
That's all we want to do. We're going to try to help you put some butts in the seats out there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you guys, you'll be up there. What, Ron? You'll be up Thursday night then?
Yeah, I'll be up Thursday, probably Thursday afternoon.
Okay. I'll be up there probably about 6 o'clock, 5 or 6 o'clock Thursday night. So
Okay.
I got to button some stuff up for work. I'm in my busy season right now. So I'm a parts manager for Vermeer and McDonald, if you've heard of them before.
Okay.
They're hay equipment, and guess what they're doing this week?
Haying.
They're haying, yes.
That's official. That's an official word in Wisconsin, Tim. Haying. So,
Haying, that's how they call that.
yep.
So it's been raining around here. They haven't had much chance to do any of that yet.
Look at what I found, Stone.
I see that.
Boom.
You did find the poster. I see that.
Yep. It's got 1,200 views already, Tim, since you put it up. So
1,200 views already.
Yep.
Wow, that's nice to hear. I just got on Facebook about a month ago. I'm not a social media guy real well. I cuss it all the time, but I guess it's working out well for me.
Yeah, I want to throw out of bed for eating crackers, if you know what I mean. So it's all good.
Yeah. Well, that means people are looking at it. Just think we got 10 more days, and maybe it'll really go fire up for us.
I like it. Well, Tim, you have a good night. Stay in touch with Ron. If you have anything that you want to come on next Tuesday and talk about, just get a hold of Ron. Or if you have any sponsors you want us to highlight, or whatever you want to do next Tuesday, you're the main show for us the next 2 weeks here. So
okay, yeah, I'll talk to the guys, and I'll keep in touch with Ron, and no, it will work out great.
Awesome. Have a great night, Tim.
You bet. You too.
Thank you, Tim.
All right, Stone. Tim's a good dude. I love the passion of promoters that have been doing it this long. You know what I mean?
30 years. Holy smoke.
That's awesome. Love it. So
yeah, my hair, if I do this for 30 years, my hair will be completely white. I guarantee it.
Get in line. So, well, cool. So let's talk about the Outlaw app again, Ron. Really need people to, download that. Perfect example. If you've been going to Ravenna for 15 years, town's tore up a little bit. The new directions will be on the Outlaw app, Ron, and it'll take you right to the pit gate with your big rig, and that way you're not, stopping at the R bar and doing shots of Fireball on the way into town. If you know what I mean. So, not that there's anything wrong with that, because that's what Derek Brown and those guys would do. So.
Oh yeah, those guys will definitely be there. I'm certain of that. But yeah, on the Outlaw app, which I definitely want to mention, it's totally free this year. It completely redone the Outlaw app. The event standings, the lineup, the results, the online signups. And if you click on, let's see here, on events, you can actually get directions directly to the pit gate. So as you were talking about, as Tim was talking about, we may have to detour around a certain way into Ravenna. We can actually put that on the app to give those pullers the heads up that they're not going to be able to take the usual route to Anavar Park to the pull in Ravenna. So, yeah, the Outlaw app, got to check it out. Pretty cool, especially for pullers. I mean, the fact that you could sign up, the Sunday before an event takes a lot of stress out of the sign up lady out of Lori's job there. Shorter lines when you get there. You obviously still have to go sign the insurance waiver and pay your fees if you haven't prepaid your fees. You'll still have to see her for that, but still the time of signing up is taken out of the event before the show. Makes it a little easier for everybody. Takes a little stress out. And anytime you can take a little stress out of a show like that, it's worth it. So
yeah, it's always very, I don't want to say congested, but a lot happening all at once.
Yeah,
for a sign up and all that. So it's good.
And historically, I know from experience of pullers, a lot of times, not that they intend to wait to the last minute, but you get sidetracked and you get to messing with something, and you say, "Hey, did you go sign us up?" "No, I didn't." "Oh, shoot, we need to go sign up." And next thing you know, you've got a line a mile long.
Yep.
that's still long, 5 minutes before showtime sometimes, especially last year in the season of COVID. So we're just trying to remedy that a little bit. Pardon the pun there.
Remedy is that it's, I always get happy when they say it at church. Like if it's in the Bible or something, I get excited about that. So.
Just trying to make things easier on everybody. If there's a more efficient way of doing things, that's what we're trying to do with the app here to help the pullers and the folks working with the Outlaws out. So definitely cool. The app is this year. I mean, it's always been cool, but love what everybody's done with it and revamping that.
Next Tuesday, I guess, we'll wrap this up and I'll play some video from it's outlawpolling.tv now. It started as fullpoll.tv, kind of merged into that. I think you guys probably do the same thing. But you said you guys are going to be at every poll, right? Outlawpolling.tv is?
Every poll, Outlaw poll in 2021, we're going to cover it.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, a lot of polling. 34 events this year.
What's been and I don't want to know any numbers, Ron, but what's been for an outlaw hook? What's been your biggest event that people have? Is it like an obvious choice like a Rockwell, or is it an event like in the middle of the week?
With Outlaw TV,
Rock Valley. I said Rockwell. The Rocks.
Rock
Those
Valley,
Iowa guys.
right.
They need to do that better job for me. Help me out there.
Yeah, Rock Valley is always a big one.
Yep.
I tell you, we had some technical difficulties last year at Warrensburg to kick off the season. That probably would have been our biggest of the season, just because everyone was so amped up for a pull, and Warrensburg was going to be pretty much the first one of the season. We had some technical difficulties and lost signal there. Wasn't able to pull it off, but Rock Valley is always a good one. Of course, we're bringing so many pullers from around the country. But the more we get it out there, I think, we're going to build an audience on Outlaw Pulling TV.
Oh, for sure.
Like we did on Full Pull TV. So, and that audience is still growing, as well. So, the longer it's out there, people can see the quality of it. We'll build that audience up over time. So, the brand is out there and it's already working. Just got to keep putting together good quality shows and good quality production on the production side of it.
Yep. No, I agree. It's neat to do that. So I Googled some fun facts for Ravenna, Nebraska. So
do tell.
1864 is when it was started. So right before you were born, Ron.
Yeah.
Fort Banishment. So surrounding 2 oak buildings. So neat. It's Buffalo County, Nebraska. Kind of neat to see all this stuff on here. So I'm excited. I've always heard a lot of good things about this event, Ron, and I think it's really exciting. It's a good time of the year, earlier pull of the year. Sometimes, like you said, you don't have all the numbers because people are still waiting for parts. But man, the fans are excited because this might be the first pull of the year for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hope we get a blockbuster crowd out there. I'm looking forward to it. We had Dubuque last week, but I'm still chomping at the bit for some more pulling. So
yep, like I said, I was scouring the internet and Facebook over the weekend, trying to find stuff to do. So watch pulling, I love it. So, well, Ron, I'm going to wrap this up, and then thank you for our second edition of Outlawed with Ron Stone. I appreciate this. We're going to do this every Tuesday night. Our goal is 7 p.m. Unless I come up with another excuse not to be here at 7 p.m. I'll do the best I can.
Well, it's a good excuse.
Let me know who you want to have on next week, and I'll get it set up and we'll do a link. And if there's any sponsors of the Outlaws that want to come on anytime, obviously reach out to Ron. If any pullers want to come on, if this is your hometown puller, if you want to talk about it, it was fun to have Charlie Miller on last week. I want to show Ron the personalities of the pullers. That's something we don't get to do at the pulls enough because it's slam pack show, but there's a lot of neat people that pull with the Outlaw truck and tractor pulling, and just in the sport in general. And I don't think the everyday fan knows there's some really neat stories out there, and I'm excited to help you tell them this year, Ron.
Yeah, definitely some neat stories and some neat characters also. So you got to be fun to highlight those pullers this year.
So if you don't mind, I'm gonna kick us off of here, and I'm gonna play some videos. So
okay, sounds great. Jason,
have a good night, bud. Thanks for working with me.
Thank you.
That pride of the farm tractor has been around a while. 312 and 42.
So yeah, if you head over to the Full Pull Facebook page, give us a like and a follow. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping in and out here, but don't want you guys to miss out on any too much of the action. Dave up there announcing, Dave Bennett, he's fantastic. He knows a lot about these guys, and I want to be able to relay that information on to you, the viewers, as to what's going on. Yeah, once again, let's go over those. The Roku app, you can watch on your mobile devices, your phone, your tablet. You can watch on your PC. If your laptop or PC has an HDMI out, you can take an HDMI cable, hook it up to that TV, and that works just as well. We do suggest the Roku, as that is a device designed just for streaming, so that's going to give you the best viewing experience. And the Roku sticks are only like $30 a piece, so they're very inexpensive, and you can have your Netflix there, Full Pull TV. We work with a bunch of other motorsports groups that have their apps there as well. So this is going to be, I'll do 2 more hooks here live on Facebook for you that are joining in. After that, you'll have to head over to Full Pull TV to get your viewing pass for the rest of the evening. Appreciate you all tuning in. Share this with a buddy if you got one that should be seeing it. Let us know where you're watching from. Yeah, we'll give you 2 more here, and we'll be shutting her down.
Ramrod, Rod Ewing, Iowa tractor, going against Missouri, chasing Kansas, trying to outdo Nebraska. Spin and grin. I know who's buying tonight. Tyler Paddock getting around to congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, he's right here at the checkered flag right down here in front of me. Give him a round of applause. The young man gets his first outlaw win with his first outlaw hook. Now, Tyler, what you don't know is you got to buy all the rounds tonight. Now, I know you're a young man, so the first round is going to be T-bone steaks. Not a problem, buddy. Congratulations. Ramrod, 301.66. 301.66. I'll give the rundown on that class in just a little bit. Now I'm going to get back. Chad Weisenkamp turned down 316.03. If he'd have kept that distance, he would currently be sitting in second place. Well, the tractor didn't choke, but how far did he go? He turned down 316.03. Would have been in second place. He pulls 3:13.21. Puts him in third. Now, I'm going to ask him to put the leaderboard up there. I'm going to show you now. If he'd have kept his pull, he would have been in second place. The Red Rock is out there at 3:14.52. Just a lot of difference right there. I had Red Rock at a different distance right here, 3:14. I had it wrote down.
So the top 5 for the Super Farm is Dakota Deere in first, Red Rock in second, 3 is Someday, 4 is Pride of the Farm, and 5 is Spanky's Toy. So, folks, that's the last look in we're going to get for the night and the last hook on Facebook for free. like I said, if you want to, head on over to Full Pull TV, get your viewing pass for the evening. Even though, we're well underway here, you can go back. As soon as we're done, the replay will be available, and you can start over and rewatch the whole night. We'll be live again here tomorrow night at 5 p.m. This is all from Ravenna, Nebraska, with the Outlaws and Nebraska Truck and Tractor Pullers Association. So, like I said, again, share that with a buddy, that live feed. Let them know what's going on. You yourself, if you want to hop over and tune in, we'd really appreciate that. And I guess I don't know what else to say. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the other side.
Go to the Noise Boys. If you got tender ears, small children, whatever, they got the earplugs for sale over at the Outlaw Cap and T-shirt trailer, which has all brand new stuff. And while they're reweighting the sleds and we're running the commercials, we're not going to pause for an intermission. So if you want to run and get something to eat, right now is the perfect time to do so. Plus, how about everybody standing up and stretching your legs? Perfect time to stand up and stretch your legs. We're reweighting the sleds. So he starts the class off at 3:14 even. And if you thought that was loud, you ain't heard nothing yet. We're on our last two classes. You've got just a little bit of time left. I will come down and visit y'all. We're monitoring the Facebook page. The Pro Stock class is fixing to start. For a chance to win an Outlaw t-shirt, you got to get a total distance typed in on the Facebook page for the Wampus Cat tractor. Now, Wampus Cat ain't coming up for, let's see, where's he at? He's way down there. He's going to be like the 8th hook. But we're not going to let you take a look at this tractor. We're not going to let you look at this tractor and get a distance. So you got about 30 seconds to type a distance in on the Facebook page. Combined distance. Is he going to go 315 feet tonight and 300 feet tomorrow night? That would give him 615 feet total. We're starting the Pro Stock class, the big pros, over on the far side. Cap and T-shirt trailer side. There's concession stands on both sides of the track, still selling plenty good food, plenty to drink. Take a look at the big screen. Take a look at the big screen. You see that pretty face? That is who is driving this tractor. The very first time she ever took this tractor down the track was on Saturday afternoon right here on this track last year. She was Rookie of the Year last year. Ladies and gentlemen, Mackenzie Yorick, Dirt, Slinging Deere. There's a little lady that ain't afraid to spend Dad's money. $331 and 17. 331 and 17. Her and a 16-year-old man in the two-wheel drive class tied for votes for Rookie of the Year last year. So they co-owned Rookie of the Year. How about giving Mackenzie Yorick a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen? Beautiful young lady. She made a test pass on that same track she's on right now last year on Saturday afternoon. Dad had to put a block of wood on the clutch so she could reach it before he redesigned the seat and everything. And from that time on, that night, she has drove that tractor every time it's gone down the track. 331.17. 331.17 for Mackenzie York. 314 for Trevor Fitzsimmons. Yes. Now that checkered flag that flagman just put right here on this side is nowhere close to 314. Then you're about 6 foot too far. I mean, take a look at the checkered flag on the other side at 331. He is not paying attention to me at all. He don't like me no more. Huh. How do you make a winner out of somebody? You just move the checkered board. Is this a rookie? So is he like a 16-year-old? Now this is the tractor. The tractor is the defending points champion for the Outlaws. But we have got a rookie driving it. Gage Porter, this man's brother, has won the points championship on this tractor for the last 2 years. Been very dominating. But now, Galt Porter. Galt. Okay, Galt Porter. The Porter family have been very supportive of the Outlaw Pulling Association. A rookie with the Outlaws out of Mercer, Missouri. You better build more ponies than that. Back it up, back it up. Get off of it. Okay. I think. Oh, yeah. I just looked at that before I was wanting to use it, but I couldn't accept it. They ought to change tracks is what they ought to do. Bill Overstee just got his machine started, so that blower motor is going to have to. All right. Now we're going to turn that two-wheeler loose as fast as we can. We're going to turn the John Deere loose first. We're going to get these these scraper tractors. Ricky, y'all going to have to move pretty fast. We're going to turn the two-wheeler loose real quick. He did not get the RPM up high enough on the tractor. He's got to learn to get the RPM up. All right, so clear the track over on this side. Go ahead and move the scraper tractors over. 37-42, 37-42. Disappointing hook for Galt, but he'll be back. He will be back. All right, now we got the green flag out. Look at the big screen. That's who's driving. The old man with the Outlaws, ladies and gentlemen, Bill Overstee, 72 years old, out of Harrisonville, Missouri. Had trouble getting it started. We tried to get to him very quickly. Things not working out the best. Galt not going to be happy with his first attempt as an outlaw. Give that young man a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. He's very disappointed right now. You really got to build a fire in that big turbo on a pro. Really got to build a fire in it. Bill Oberste, the two-wheel drive machine on the track, is not going to be able to compete, ladies and gentlemen. Had like to never got it started, and it did not want to stay running down there on the starting line. You won't find a better person to go out in the pit area and sit down and just talk business or talk pulling than Bill Oberste. You've seen his picture up on the big screen. How about a round of applause for Bill Oberste, ladies and gentlemen? Missouri Gambler. Super, super fine man. Then you talk about night and day. We got the gentleman, Bill Oberste, the old man, very good friend of mine, going down the track here, disappointing. And then you got Crazy Bo over on the other side of the track. We're going from mild-mannered to Crazy Bo. Ain't no telling. Better keep an eye on this one. Bo Ellenstein, he calls it old school. He had gremlins in this tractor year before last. He had gremlins in this tractor last year. He has taken that tractor apart piece by piece by piece by piece, remachined, rechecked, remeasured, and he still has a gremlin in it. 295.42. 295.42. Had great. The smoke coming out of the stack was fantastic. Jared Weens. Now this truck being driven by Jared. Now I don't know who drove it last year. I didn't look up who was the driving last year. But on this track here last year, a year ago tonight and tomorrow night, this truck got a 3rd place on Friday night and an 8th place on Saturday night. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you something. You can believe me if you want to. What you're about to see in this two-wheel drive class, what you've already seen and about to see, is the nation's best two-wheel drive. I can prove it. I can back it up, and I'll make that announcement at anybody's show. Outlaws has got as good of a two-wheel drive class as any association in the United States. Here comes Jared Weens. Woo! That'll move that checkered flag. Now maybe my official can get the checkered flag in the right spot. 343.20 watt pull. 343.20. And that was a Nebraska truck, ladies and gentlemen, out of Beatrice, Nebraska, the notorious. And I ain't done in this class at all. It's going to be interesting. Bill Barrett. Red Zone, Ravenna, Nebraska. How many people here from Ravenna? Where's my Ravenna people? All right. Bill Barrett, Case IH Red Zone. Go, 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 go. Oh. Barrett, that tractor had some motivation. 306 and 93. 306 and 93. Watch the replay. That tractor was motivating. It didn't sound like the motor pulled down far enough to get underneath the turbo, but it sure died like it got underneath the turbo. Watch the smoke. Watch the I can't tell you, he was rocking and rolling. He had a great pull going, but all of a sudden, when that smoke goes white like that, all of a sudden, I don't think he got under the turbo. Water injection, it wasn't wide enough for water injection to be messed up. The muffler bearing went out on it. That's what it was. Trevor Fitzsimmons sits in second place. Here comes Dad. Now, this truck won first place here on Saturday night last year. Got seventh on Friday night, but wins it on Saturday night last year. This is a guy you don't sell short. Timmy Fitzsimmons, been in this sport a long, long time. I know his motor builder. He won't show no mercy on this motor. He finished 12th with the Outlaws a year ago, last season, but that's because he wasn't able to make all the hooks. This is a rock and roll truck right here. Calls it the Country Heat, Timmy Fitzsimmons. You got to hate it when you do the best you can do and you can still see the leader flag in front of you. $300 something. Go ahead and put it on the big screen. 321.17. 321.17. He just mowed down Sun, but he's still 23 feet from the lead. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go all the way back down to Nordine, Texas. You've seen this tractor on television years ago. It was here last year. This guy finished number 2 in the points race with the Outlaws. A cool looking old style John Deere sheet metal. This is Clint Metting. You remember the bullfrog I told you earlier about coming from down in Nordine, way down in South Texas. It's an 8.5-hour drive from my house to his, and it's an 8.5-hour drive from my house to here. That tells you how far away from home he is. He totally annihilated this motor in Louisville, Kentucky at the World Finals. This is a brand new motor. Just got put in the tractor last Monday. I promise you he didn't have it on kill. I promise you that he was being gentle on it. Had a lot of fuel in it. He'll